The spotlight hit harder than the insult. In front of hundreds of cameras, the designer laughed, sharp, cruel, echoing across the marble runway. "Stop! Take her off!" she snapped, waving her manicured hand as if shooing away an inconvenience. Gasps rippled through the crowd as the black model froze mid-step, fabric glimmering beneath the lights like dignity wrapped in silence. The designer smirked. "She doesn't fit the aesthetic," she said, words that would soon destroy her empire. It was Paris Fashion Week, the holy altar of luxury and exclusion. Every seat filled with critics, celebrities, and billion-dollar whispers. Behind the runway curtain, interns moved like ghosts, models like mannequins in motion. And at the center of this carefully curated chaos stood Vivienne Leroux, hailed as fashion's most visionary mind. Her brand, Maison Leroux, had dressed royalty, presidents, and movie icons. Tonight was supposed to seal her dominance, a collection she called Purity. But purity, it seemed, had a color. The model's name was Amara Cole, 27, Nigerian-American, a face that had graced global campaigns, until now, invisible to the woman controlling the lights. Moments before the show began, Amara overheard Vivienne's stylist whisper, "She's too dark for the finale look." Vivienne didn't correct him. She nodded. Still, Amara walked, because that's what she always did, walk through rooms that weren't built for her. When she stepped onto the runway, the audience gasped, not at the dress, but at her presence. Her stride wasn't defiance. It was declaration. But Vivienne, watching from the end of the catwalk, didn't see grace. She saw disruption. The moment came without warning. Halfway through the show, Vivienne stood, interrupting her own performance. "Stop the music," she said. The DJ hesitated. Silence sliced through the air. "She's not supposed to wear that." A spotlight hit Amara again, brighter, crueler. Vivienne walked onto the runway, heels clicking like hammers. "You," she said, pointing, were placed by mistake. "Take her backstage and fix this." The crowd murmured. Phones lifted. Cameras flashed. Amara didn't move. She stood tall, fabric cascading like armor. Vivienne sneered. "This collection represents elegance, not activism." Laughter flickered from the front row, but Amara's eyes didn't waver. Her silence became the loudest sound in the room. When Amara finally turned, it wasn't toward the backstage door. It was toward the crowd. She reached down, untied the gown's golden belt, and let it fall gracefully to the floor, not as surrender, but as release. The audience gasped again. Then she walked, not off the stage, but straight toward the front row, where the CEO of Novolux Media sat, the parent company that broadcast the entire event. She leaned down and whispered 6 calm words. "Thank you for letting the world see." Then she left the runway, not rushed, not broken, just silent. Minutes later, that silence erupted across the internet. The clip hit social media like wildfire. #SheDoesFit began trending in 42 countries before the afterparty even started. By the time Vivienne reached the backstage monitors, the damage was irreversible. The backlash was instantaneous. Sponsors withdrew. Stores pulled her designs. Influencers who once begged for her gowns now deleted every tag. Fashion houses issued statements, not out of loyalty, but survival. Within 24 hours, Maison Leroux lost 70% of its contracts. By week's end, the Paris Fashion Council announced her suspension. And yet, Amara said nothing. No interviews, no rants, no victory laps, just a single post. A photo of the fallen belt on the runway floor. Caption, "Dignity never goes out of style." That line broke the internet. It became the most reposted quote in fashion history. Months later, Amara launched Cole Atelier, a label built on diversity and artistry. Her debut collection sold out in minutes. At the same time, Maison Leroux filed for bankruptcy. Reporters asked Vivienne if she regretted what she said that night. She didn't answer, but the silence spoke louder than any apology. And as Amara walked her own runway in New York, she paused for a moment, the lights reflecting in her calm eyes. Then she smiled, because she didn't need revenge. The truth had already modeled it for her. Real elegance isn't worn. It's live.